I see Prime Minister Netanyahu in security cabinets. Last week, one of the senior ministers said, didn't portray him as performing well. I don't buy that. I have my disagreements, including profound disagreements with Prime Minister Netanyahu. But in the security cabinet, I didn't see any of those things that were insinuated. I see someone who listens. Again, in the summer conflict, we had a very big dispute. For 20 days, I thought, and I was the single guy in cabinet that thought that we have to go in, destroy the terror tunnels, and get out. And it took 20 full days to persuade the rest of the cabinet to do what we ultimately did.
You've been very critical in the past of Prime Minister Netanyahu. Now you seem to be not exactly singing his praises, but quite nice to him. Do you have an understanding with him that you'll form a bloc together for the next elections?
Tell you two things. First of all, you're right, I was critical, and I still am critical of his policies. Okay, he supports a Palestinian state. I oppose it. I thought that in many cases he made mistakes, and I told him, and sometimes publicly when I thought it can influence, and granted, I'm a politician, so I also do that. But yes, we have an arrangement where we don't attack each other during these elections. Last time I was pretty strongly attacked by Likud, and ultimately we want to form a strong national bloc, which obviously, in my opinion, is good for Israel. You all know that the alliance with Lapid was not planned. I wanted to be in government, and the Prime Minister didn't want me to be in government, okay? So what I did was run quickly to Lapid, give him a hand, and hold strong. And we basically forced the hand of the Prime Minister to take us both in, but he didn't want the Haredim. I'm okay with the Haredim. And pretty much on all fronts, on the national front, on economy, and on religious affairs, we had pretty big differences. So it didn't work. The experiment did not succeed. But bottom line, I think he's a great guy. Jonathan Pollard is not in good shape. I think he's by and large dying. He's been in jail for almost 30 years now. Everyone in America understands that it's time for him to come out, to be free, to come home and live the remainder of his life in Israel. As really Israel's best friend, I'm asking America, I'm asking President Obama, let Pollard go. Please, let Jonathan Pollard come home to his homeland in Israel. Thank you.